Good evening, wrestling fans. Welcome to Evolution of Pro Wrestling. I'm your host, Lewis, the Encyclopedia of Pro Wrestling.
And I'm Jay, the Whiz Kid of Pro Wrestling.
Happy New Year, wrestling fans. We're in 2022. We're starting off with a bang. And a lot of stuff has been happening in professional wrestling. Specifically today and yesterday, I am, without a shadow of a doubt, completely pissed off. You know, like, come on. You're releasing breaking news. WWE is releasing more superstars, coaches, and talent.
Everything.
Again. Samoa Joe release. Happy New Year, Jeff. Well, Happy New Year. Welcome. Like, come on now. What is going on with all these releases? You released Jesse James. Road Dogg.
That made no sense.
One of the most loyal people you have in the WWE, along with his brother Scott. William Regal. Come on.
Vince is not thinking right now.
Nick Khan has to go.
Guys, how you doing? Long time.
Yes, no time no see. Jessica, welcome. Yes, I am. I'm pissed. Vince is an asshole. Like, he needs to be sent home. Like,
for real.
He needs to retire. He needs to retire. Like, come on, what are you doing?
Time to pass the book down. It's time to
Jaden,
go.
What do you think about these releases that happened today?
I mean, like you said, you know, you came with a vengeance, and you know it pissed you off, and I understand why, because you know, like, this is crazy how they just release all of these, you know, loyal people to this business, and it's like, dang, like, these people have been there since Samoa Joe let go a second time. That's what I'm saying. That makes no sense. Like, what was the point of bringing him back if you're just gonna release him again? So, a lot of these releases were pointless. Like, haven't you released enough? Honestly, you're not even going to have much talent left to make anything out of wrestling.
Listen.
You're not going to have enough talent.
Bottom line, Vince McMahon.
Everything Hunter built, Vince destroyed.
Exactly. And I'm sure I'm sure that Triple H is beyond pissed right now.
Of course
of everything that's going on in NXT.
They were personal.
It's pointed. Like,
he said they weren't pointless. They were personal.
Wow, it's.
I bet they were.
It's getting bad.
I bet they were.
It's getting bad to the point that I think WWE is just.
WWE's going to shit.
WWE is becoming the WCW of 2001, when WCW finally closed their doors. That's what WWE is looking like right now.
I hope WWE doesn't close their doors, because that would be the end of an era.
He completely took over NXT, and it went to shit.
It went to doo-doo.
It went to shit.
Garbage.
I'm sorry.
Now.
And speaking of NXT, we also have some breaking news that Walter from NXT UK is coming to the main roster of NXT.
I pray for that, man. They're just gonna
do
the same thing.
They destroy his character. That would be the stupidest thing they would ever do.
Oh, Joe, you think they're gonna destroy his character?
Really?
There's no what if they destroy his character. His character, NXT and WWE is the place to go if you don't want to have a character anymore.
Listen,
because it's just pointless.
You need to use the talent that you have. You need to use the talent that you have.
That talent
is doing well. Clifford, welcome, bro. Welcome. It's been a while. Happy New Year. Listen, no, we're gonna get to that, Jeff. We're gonna get to that. We got that. We got that part of this list. Yep. We're gonna talk about that in wrestling news. He is the new NXT heavyweight champion. We're gonna get to that, and we're gonna talk about this gentleman who is the son of Rick Steiner from the Steiner brothers. So we're gonna get to that momentarily.
Definitely.
But Walter coming to the NXT, would it give it a boost? Would it give the ratings a boost? This man is humongous. He's a beast.
Right.
Like, bringing him to that roster and then training him, can we see him in the main roster? I don't know. They did the same thing with Vladimir Kozlov. Beast.
They made him a beast.
He was a beast, and then they just dropped him. They dropped him. They turned him into this
tea-sipping guy.
No.
Like, it was pointless.
It's pointless.
Turn him like into the Santino Marella guy.
I don't
just
know.
Released Samoa Joe.
Yeah, we saw that. We were just talking about that. Like, why bring him back if you're gonna release him again? Listen, I understand people get injured. Yes, constant injury is a pain in the ass. But come on,
that's not a reason.
That man put him up against Roman.
If that's the case, then Sheamus should have been released. Why isn't he released yet? And he's more injury prone. I'm not throwing shots at Sheamus. I'm not throwing shots at anybody. But you can't. Like Jeff said, these must have been personal because Sheamus is injury prone.
Listen, I think,
and he didn't get released.
I think personally, Vince McMahon is pissed because NXT lost each and every week against AEW.
Dude, you have to realize when a wrestler enters the WWE system, anything they build on the outside indies is thrown in the trash, and WWE creative starts from scratch.
Exactly.
Right. That is 100% true.
You're absolutely right about that.
Yep. That is 100% facts. And it's kind of sad that it really has to be like that sometimes, you know? Like, it's crazy how, you know, everything you've worked on and everything you've done goes in the drain. So...
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Sadly, that's how the industry is, you know?
Vince McMahon is not with the new times. You know what I mean?
Still has his head in the past.
You got guys like Damian Priest. You still got Cesaro for one of them. Like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Sorry, what are you doing with him though? For real?
Like, my son is banging on my table, messing up my microphone.
It's a habit. I'm sorry. It's something I do.
It's alright. I'm upset too.
Sorry, it's a habit.
Like, Vince McMahon is he's being a jerk.
He is.
He's being a jerk.
Like,
get rid of Nick Khan. Nick Khan is your downfall. You're losing a lot of talent. Samoa Joe could have been a top star.
He could have been a top star.
Beep. That's our beep. Sorry, we were cooking some food, so I kind of left it there
before we got over here. You know, it was eating some.
It was some good food. You know, but anyway, Nick Khan is costing you talent.
Nick Khan is the devil of WWE.
Of course. Good
way to put that.
Like, come on. You can't allow this man to bring down your company that you built. You built this for over 40 years. Over 40 years you fought. You nearly lost your company to WCW. And then you're going to let this...
waste of great talent.
You're going to let this piece of crap release all these people? Like, come on. Come on. I grew up watching old school WWE.
But this ain't the old school anymore. That's what I'm saying. Need to get their head out of the glory days.
Hey, Brian, what's going on, brother?
He always kills me.
No, but what I'm saying, it's not about the glory days. It's the fact that Vince McMahon has lost his touch. This man built an empire that nobody foresaw coming. From a 93,000 in the Silverdome in Detroit to nearly losing your company, changing to the Attitude Era, and then setting another attendance record of over 100,000 people in Texas. What the hell are you doing? Please tell me, what are you doing?
Triple H should start his own company.
I agree.
I agree. That would be pretty cool.
And take all the talent that was released.
That would be awesome, man. That would be really
Take all the talent that was released.
That would be excellent. You know the things Triple H could do with that, man? That would be pretty cool. You know, that, hey, Triple H, listen to the fans.
Also there was
Samoa Joe. How dare you?
No, WWE released Samoa Joe, and also a trainer, Gabe Saplotsky, was a long-time trainer for the WWE. Why release him? Why? He was a former wrestler in ECW. I don't understand. Exactly. What are they doing with... Oh my God, Elias! They broke his character. No. Did you see the promo he did?
I forgot he was in the WWE.
No, but that's what I'm saying. The promo he did... I haven't
heard him in a while.
The promo he did, he threw his guitar into a fire and said, Elias is dead now. So what the hell what are you doing with him now? Where is he now? That's a good question. That's a really good question.
That was that man's gimmick. He owned that gimmick. Why would they make him throw out possibly one of the best gimmicks?
That's what they do.
Yes, we were talking about Elias the other day, Lou.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Exactly.
Man. WWE is dead.
WWE is dead.
That's not even a lie.
Listen,
it's not a lie.
Let me tell you something. I understand. I'm a fan of old school.
Cool.
I'm a fan of old school. But if you are gonna bring people back, bring people that can actually freaking fight.
Don't bring.
Hey, Russell, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
Don't bring somebody with a torn.
Sean, what's going on? Listen,
bring somebody with a torn hip or
you
something.
You bring Goldberg. Seriously, Goldberg. Which reminds me, speaking of Goldberg, apparently he says that he is. He's up for more matches after his WWE contract runs out.
He needs to stop.
Hey, yo, come on, Goldberg.
You gotta retire, man.
I liked you when you were in WCW. You did a hell of a job.
You gotta retire.
You did what you needed to do.
You gotta go, man.
Like, come on.
Enjoy your retirement.
Enjoy your retirement, man.
Enjoy your retirement.
You need to stay retired. I'm sorry. You nearly killed yourself when you fought The Undertaker. Listen, no. Listen. Retired. I'm not knocking him. I'm not trying to make fun of him.
No.
Bottom line is that it's time to hang it up.
It's time to
The Undertaker did it, and The Undertaker was the best of all time.
Of course.
In the Attitude Era.
In the Attitude Era.
In the 90s era. I'm sorry.
What if Triple H bought ROH?
That's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea at all.
Things for that.
Oh yeah.
I can see big things for that.
Absolutely.
That would be awesome.
Absolutely.
That would be awesome. I would like to see that.
Absolutely. I could definitely see that.
Either him starting his own business or him buying ROH, that would be fire. That would be pretty cool.
No, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see what Triple H's next move is gonna do.
Honestly, I am curious.
What he's gonna do? What's gonna be his next move?
I'm about to say I'm crippleless. I am curious on what Triple H's next move is gonna be. I really want to see. Is he gonna stay in WWE? He gonna make his own company? He gonna
that's just
what's up? What's Triple H?
I don't know.
Triple H
we got a comment. Brian says he says, "Listen, I'm fat. Getting up from bed, I gasp for air, which is the equivalent of Goldberg in a match for 2 minutes." Jesus Christ. This guy.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Unbelievable.
He said I guess.
But in another news with WWE, we just found out that WWE has struck a deal with International Gaming Tech for lottery games. So apparently they're gonna get lottery games for WWE for them to play. And thank you, honey, for joining us. Your stepmom, my lovely wife, the producer and director, thank you for joining us, honey. Mm-hmm. You came at the right time because we were going to mention that Roman Reigns has been cleared for professional wrestling to come back.
That's good.
He will be on SmackDown this Friday night.
So tomorrow.
Face to face. Tomorrow night.
Okay.
Face to face with the new WWE champion, Brock Lesnar, with Paul Heyman in the middle of both of them.
I feel like Paul Heyman's gonna screw Brock Lesnar. Brian, you ain't right, man.
Hey, man. He's right. He's right. Come on.
You ain't right, man.
You gotta listen. You gotta hang it up. You gotta hang it up.
Are you bringing wrestler trivia back?
Am I wrestling trivia?
We have not done that.
We have not done that in a long time. We might do that.
Besides Alvin, does anybody want to see wrestling trivia back? For all the 11 people that's here, do you guys want to see wrestling trivia back? We would like to. Me and my dad would like to know.
Yes.
Would you guys like wrestling trivia?
And then we talk to the producer, see what she thinks, and we go from there. You know what I mean? But we
Paul Heyman is playing Brock, and Brock will take both belts.
Well,
okay. See, I feel like he shouldn't take both belts because of Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar. I feel like that's why he should.
Oh, Jeff is throwing shots. He says, "Hey, I was the last trivia champion, baby."
Oh,
and Brian says, "I don't mind being champion again." Okay. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this.
Okay, let's do this. Okay.
Let's think about this.
All right. Well, it seems like a few people. Well, I'm gonna talk about what wrestling trivia is, a different show, because there is a lot of newcomers that are watching us right now. But, to keep it short, wrestling trivia is the way it sounds. Wrestling trivia.
It's trivia.
Just
we ask you the questions, you give us the answers. But just when you think you have the answers, we change the questions.
Been listening to Roddy Piper too much.
Hey,
because I know what that means. I've been listening to Roddy Piper too much.
The best heel in the business.
Agreed, of course.
Don't be like WWE. Listen to the fans. Trivia question: why haven't we got Lesnar and Bobby Lashley? Well, we got it. Royal Rumble.
At Royal Rumble.
It's gonna happen. Which to me, I think it's a bunch of BS. It should have happened at Mania.
Oh, I got another comment.
It should have happened at Mania.
It should have happened at Mania.
It should have happened at WrestleMania.
Jaden, they made Elias give up their guitar gimmick because of Rick Boo's doing it without one.
You gotta speak up. You gotta talk about.
Oh, you wanted me to
Jaden made Elias.
Okay, wait.
Jaden made Elias give up the guitar gimmick of Rick Boggs doing it with Nakamura. Stupid to take away something that was working so well, especially when down the road. Oh, that comment just. I understand. I definitely understand.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Amen for Mania.
I was able to read it enough.
It should have went.
Amen for Mania.
It should have went for WrestleMania.
I feel you on that one, man. Amen for Mania.
Absolutely. Ken, absolutely. MJF, best heel in the business. Best heel in the business right now. Like, the promo he cuts, the wrestling talent, like WWE screwed up with him. They screwed up big time with him.
Should have been a long time ago. They should have did that match a long time ago. I don't know why they're waiting until now.
Because they got nothing else to do.
I feel like that's why they're also not waiting to do
They got
Mania.
Nothing
because
else to do.
If they were gonna do that at Mania, they would have had nothing for the
What are you gonna do? A unification title at WrestleMania?
That's what I'm saying.
Come on,
they have nothing.
And
to
if
do
you
at
are
Mania
gonna do it, put Roman to win that.
To win both.
Because
titles.
you make that man lose at WrestleMania. That would be the most stupidest thing you can ever do.
If they do that, ratings are gonna drop. 100%.
Oh no, I won't watch WWE anymore.
I won't watch WWE.
I will not watch WWE anymore. Like this, you have a chance of a lifetime, to go in and plug in this man's talent and make him a celebrity juggernaut in the WWE.
But
don't screw it up.
Obviously, WWE.
Do not screw it up.
Obviously, WWE has different plans. Pretty soon, they'll have one left to book with all of their releases. They won't have anybody left to book. That's what I'm saying. They're just gonna have to start recycling at this point.
No, but this is when they have to build the talent they got. Damian Priest.
I'm telling you, Roman is top heel.
Cesaro.
Modern day Hogan. There yes. Let him be the top guy for 2 to 3 years as champ. Right. Like, let Roman get his shine. Let Roman get his shine.
Dr. Red Tyler should manage an AEW. But the way wrestling is going right now, listen, AEW is also doing a good job. And speaking of AEW, they just crowned a new TBS champion. It was Jade Cargill against Ruby Soho. First ever champion, and Jade won the title. Congratulations to her. They are coming up in the industry.
Of course
they are the hottest thing right now.
Of course.
But they gotta to me you gotta bring back managers. You gotta bring back managers. If you're gonna do a faction, yes, new tag team champions too. Oh wow. That's even more crazy. But that's what I'm saying. Bring back some managers. Because if you're going to make a stable, you're going to make a faction, you need that manager. For an example, the Bloodline had Paul Heyman.
You see, I'm still kind of upset that they put Heyman back with Brock.
Yeah, but that's a ploy. That's a ploy. That's a ploy. I do apologize. Also in AEW, Ray Phoenix unfortunately suffered an injury, a severe injury to his right arm. That he will be out. A dislocated elbow. It was a nasty injury. So it's
hope he has a speedy recovery.
Yeah, we hope he has a speedy recovery. The man is phenomenal in the ring. Phenomenal in the ring.
A stable champion. Let's spruce it up and make a stable championship.
Exactly.
Let's make a champion that actually shows up for work every single day.
No.
To enjoy the fans.
Paul Heyman shouldn't go to the AEW. That's a waste of time. Nah. They wouldn't know what to do with Paul Heyman. Who are they going to put him with?
They won't have anybody.
Who are they going to put him with?
They won't have anyone to put him with.
Okay, I'll give you 3 people right now that I think they could put him with. MJF, for sure, because he's an asshole. Excuse my French.
There's no kids in here.
What's his name? Andrade?
That would be... Okay.
Andrade?
I could see that.
And I would probably have to say...
Have a good night, man.
Kenny Omega.
That would be pretty
Take care, man. Thank you for showing up.
Yep. Thank you for joining. Have a good night.
Kenny Omega. But before we continue with our wrestling news, fans, feel free to share, like, and comment our content. Bring everybody in. Let's talk about professional wrestling, all professional wrestling's top news, along with our topic of the night, which we won't mention yet, but I'm sure you guys know already. Which is going to get very controversial, but yes. That's what we do. New year, old school rules. So it's going to get crazy. And speaking of crazy, Seth Rollins goes through a name change.
Again.
Seth freaking Rollins. Give us your thoughts about that. Jada, he was one of your favorite...
I mean, I feel like Seth freaking Rollins. Wasn't that a name? He had that before.
Okay, that's a good question. I'm sorry not to cut you off. NWO Power and AEW. NWO Power was also a good show on YouTube. They get a lot of viewers on NWA. I don't know. Maybe he should come to AEW. Make more of a name for himself. Continue, Jay, about Paul
Heyman is a genius in the company. WWE should not release him. He's an ace card in the management
of course.
team.
Of course.
If AEW was
they
to release
do that,
him, there's no more wrestling.
Well, maybe he can fix the Dark Order. Maybe
Heyman could fix the Dark Order.
Maybe. Just maybe.
He could.
Oh yes, Brian Cage. I didn't think about that.
Brian Cage.
Oh my God, a big guy like that with Paul Heyman.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
That would definitely be awesome.
That would be really cool.
But there is one thing that, besides this releases, this is another thing that pissed me off. I'm an old school guy. I like old school.
Right.
I like WrestleMania. I like the celebrities at WrestleMania. Mr. T, Muhammad Ali, Bob Barker, a whole bunch of people that have made it to WrestleMania.
A lot of people.
But why bring Johnny Knoxville to the Royal Rumble?
Johnny Knoxville.
To fight in the Royal Rumble.
Johnny Knoxville. I feel like I heard him from somewhere.
From Jackass. The show Jackass?
What? They're bringing him in... Oh.
Why?
WWE.
Why?
They're running out of talent. I don't even know why they took
You're
out
bringing
all this
him
talent.
for what? What's the purpose of... Listen, I'm not knocking the man. He's a hell of an actor. He's funny as shit.
But wrestling is not... Wrestling is not for everyone.
If you're going to bring...
Oh, okay. Chuck Norris. Wrestling is not for everyone. Why?
Come on. You're kidding me right now, man. Like, come on. Yes, they're trying hard for the ratings.
They're trying too hard for the ratings.
They're trying hard for the ratings.
They're trying
come on, man. You got to cut it out. You got to cut it out. Like it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
The reason they're bringing them back is to promote a new movie. Okay, because if they were really trying
I heard
to make
they weren't. Aren't they? He's doing a movie with someone from the WWE.
I think that's what I've been hearing, but I didn't think like they were gonna put him in the real Royal Rumble. That's not.
Well, he might just go in and then just jump out and do some crazy shit.
Right, or just get eliminated or something like that.
Pretty much.
Like Randy Orton or something.
Pretty much. Now, I want to bring to attention this talent in NXT, which Jeff had mentioned. Braun Breaker, Rick Steiner's son. The man defeated Tommaso Ciampa on NXT for the NXT title. And yes, Ken, you are absolutely right. NXT is failing. Except for Braun. No one is watching anymore. He became the new NXT champion. Now, let's see if you can boost your ratings with this man as champion.
Jeff, your comment, man.
Okay, we got a prediction here from Christopher Brown. And Lewis, I'm making a Rumble prediction now. Lesnar loses the WWE title to Lashley, goes back, demands a match with Roman, and beats him for the Universal title, ending Roman's reign.
Honestly, I wouldn't even mind taking that. Anything but Brock at this point. Okay, but that means you're going to have to do something extravagant with Bobby Lashley. You can't just give Bobby Lashley both the titles and expect not to do anything good with him.
I would put Roman to win the Royal Rumble.
I would too.
And then fight Bobby Lashley for the title.
That would be
at
cool.
WrestleMania.
That would be
instead of Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
They fought before, but I could see heel versus heel. That would be an outstanding match between those two. In my opinion, anyway.
Agreed.
So, I got a question, Jaden. Have you seen the new IWGP title? Ryan sent it to me. What do you guys think about that new title that was created?
I don't... I don't think so. Or
Let's see.
maybe. I probably have. I need to see the title. There's a lot of titles going on right now.
Let's see here. He sent it to me. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. It's not the best,
It looks
but
like. Never mind.
it's okay.
It's not.
It's not the worst.
It reminds me of the Divas.
That could be good too. That's a good draw. Seth Rollins. Give the title to Seth Rollins.
Seth freaking Rollins.
He's a heel.
Seth Rollins again.
Listen.
He's Seth freaking Rollins.
Listen, let me tell you something. Besides Roman Reigns and MJF, he is one of the top heels in the business right now.
Seth
And he's making money.
I hope Seth Rollins
He's making money.
Wait. So, like, as in Seth
It looks like a
freaking
gold
Rollins.
Divas championship.
That's what I said. I said it looks like a
That's what I'm
Divas
saying.
championship.
It's all right, but
That's
listen.
what I said.
Besides the titles, the talent in IWGP is amazing. New Japan Pro Wrestling, which I still don't understand why WWE has not partnered up with New Japan Pro Wrestling.
I think they could in the future, though. It's not too late. They could still do it.
I
in
don't
the
know.
future.
WWE is a sinking ship, and they need to get it together.
Yes.
They need to get it together. If not, they're going to cause a lot of controversy, which they already are, and it's going to just get worse.
Of course it is.
And which brings me to something interesting, Jay.
Yep.
I mentioned controversy.
Yep.
WWE and Vince McMahon is known for controversy.
Big controversy.
But
Seth was slated to win until Roman was
pulled from
the
the pay-per-view. Yes. Which would have been cool. He said, I read that Big E was supposed to retain.
I don't know why he didn't.
I don't know
why he lost it too early. They pulled a Kofi on him. They literally pulled a Kofi.
Listen, it's
they pulled
Brock.
another Kofi.
It's Brock Lesnar.
Because the same thing happened
Again,
to Kofi. They
controversial.
They pulled another Kofi.
Controversial. It was a controversial win.
That was...
They're not trying to get it together. Absolutely not.
That was the stupidest
But
one I've ever seen.
Vince McMahon is controversial. Which brings us to our topic of the night. November 9th, 1997.
A lot of you know this very
The Survivor Series. Shawn Michaels versus Bret the Hitman Hart for the WWF title with Earl Hebner as the referee. Jaden, to this day, everyone still talks about the Montreal Screw job.
The Montreal Screw job.
What are your thoughts from that night when that happened?
That was like... WWE had a big whoa with that moment because, you know, Bret Hart was Bret Hart's last day in the company. So Bret Hart was expecting to leave off on, you know, winning the title. But, like it sounds, he got screwed by Vince McMahon and Shawn Michaels. And he lost. And that's how the Montreal Screw job was created. So that was probably one of... I'm young, so I wasn't born during that time, but that had to be one of the most craziest moments that I've ever seen.
The Montreal Screw job was considered, to some talent, a slap in the face.
I agree.
It was a slap in the face. Yeah, Brian, you're right. Yeah, the referee counted. Oh, man, he gave up and he ran right out.
He was scared. He was probably scared.
Of course, I would be too. Bret Hart wanted to kick his ass.
I would be scared.
You know what I mean? But he had to listen. Let me tell you something.
I would be scared too.
The respect is respect. Best friends is best friends.
Right.
But you got a family to feed. You need to do what you need to do for business. Right. And when your boss tells you you need to do this,
you gotta do
unless you're fired, you gotta do it.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You know what I mean? But it was wrong.
It was wrong.
It was wrong. But I could say, to me, they were wrong on both sides.
Honestly, I feel like I could have. Yeah, I feel like
it could have went a different way.
Bret Hart couldn't have been screwed
because
as bad as
we saw the documentary, The Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah.
Undertaker made it clear to Vince McMahon, you should have came to me and spoken to me. I think it was either Dark Side of the Ring or it was on the Last Ride of the Undertaker. You should have spoken to me about it. Mm-hmm. We could have made something. Pretty much his idea was he could have lost by disqualification at Survivor Series and then dropped the title the next night to the Undertaker. But they never did it.
That would have been a good
Vince
idea.
McMahon instead, that would have been a great idea. and then have the feud between Shawn Michaels and Undertaker and have Shawn Michaels win the title. But Vince
Taker
McMahon
held a lot of weight in that company.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
Weight.
That's why he was pissed off with Vince McMahon. He told Vince McMahon, "You should have came to me. You should have came to me and told me what the hell was going on." So then after that, he could have made a suggestion and find out, all right, let's do this, let's do that. And then what happened after, the next night, many superstars did not come to the event on protest. On protest. Yes, HBK will always be a heel in Canada for life because of what he did. What he did. He did it. You know, yeah, he made amends with Bret Hart. And Bret Hart made amends with him and Vince McMahon, but still, it was wrong. It was a slap.
I don't think Bret Hart is so fond with that to this day.
It was a slap in the face to him, to the Hart family, to professional wrestling. But I understand it from a business standpoint.
They had to do what had to be done.
They had to do what had to be done.
Like you said, and like The Undertaker said, it could have been handled different.
It definitely could have been handled different.
It could have been different ways.
Okay, Bradley says, I blame Vince for everything. I don't know about everything, but
I blame him for
he had a big part in that because
the referee too.
For what?
The referee too. The referee was the one that made the pin. It wouldn't the match wouldn't have been going without the pin. So
that's what I'm saying.
Partially the referee's fault.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Just like with Owen. Owen Hart didn't have a choice. He had to come down from the rafters, his blue blazer, and then look, it cost him his life. Unfortunately,
literally.
For what? Because your ass wanted to make money,
right?
Excuse me, exactly. I was gonna say something. But
I get what you mean though.
It makes no sense. Listen, Vince McMahon is a genius.
I blame Nick.
A genius.
So do I.
Nick, of course, Nick Khan is a freaking jerk.
Nick Khan is a jerk.
He don't know what he's doing. He knows nothing about wrestling.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Ken says if Michael goes out there now to Toronto, he gets booed. Of course. Of course. It's called greed. Exactly. That's what Vince McMahon has. Greed. It's all Medusa's fault. Okay, what he's talking about is that there was a female wrestler named Medusa. Mm-hmm. She left the WWE to WCW, but she had the WWE Women's title with her. The only women's title. She threw it in the garbage. In national television, she threw it in the garbage.
Oh.
That's why Vince McMahon was so paranoid about Bret Hart holding the title.
Because he thought,
he was going to take it to WCW. Who was worse, Russo or Nick? Nick. At least Russo knew what business was. He knew what needed to be done. Even if you had to go that extra mile and go crazy with DX, because that sucker stuff was over the edge.
Over the edge.
But he did.
He did it anyway.
Nick just doesn't know a damn thing. You're releasing people, you're releasing talent that doesn't need to be released. And it's not to be right.
That doesn't need to go. It makes no sense.
Vince Russo was a part of that. Vince Russo was a part of that Montreal Screw job.
He was.
You know, he said, Vince, you got to do what you got to do. You did.
Scary thing, Lewis, if Vince died tomorrow, Nick Khan
will take over.
He would.
He would take over. Which is sad because that will be the end of the WWE. I guarantee you that. That will be the end of the WWE.
That would literally be the end of the WWE. That would be so sad.
You're absolutely right. At the end of the day, they are all businessmen. It's business.
It is business.
It's a business. And I understand what Bret Hart did for money, but I also understand what Vince McMahon did to me. Now here's the question. Vince McMahon got knocked out in the locker room, supposedly.
When did this happen?
This happened in backstage in the dark side of the ring, and also in
recently or
no, a long time ago. When this happened. The same day this happened. The same day this happened. So, but in your opinion, do you think it was a work or shoot?
I think it was both.
Why?
I think it was a work and a shoot. Because, well, like we were both saying, you got to do what's best for business. If you know that this has to be done for business, then you just got to go ahead and do it. Sadly, the Montreal Screw job was not planned the way they really wanted it to be, but...
Sorry. Jeff said, Nick is a prick. Russo was just a dumbass. of course.
So yeah, I feel like it was also a shoot because of the way it was portrayed and the way it was handled. You know, like The Undertaker said, it could have been done different, but instead they decided to go with what Vince and every other person that was writing had in mind, and completely screwed over Bret Hart and gave him a bad look for business. At least that's what I see.
Listen,
and they gave him a bad look for the WWE.
No, but but this is where many people.
So I think it's both. That's why
they tell us to go for it. It feels right. Go with it. No, it's ridiculous.
it's real right. That's what I'm saying. Made no sense.
Jeff said it was weird that they had the documentary going during the screw job. Well, hey, they gotta make business, but.
Honestly, though,
To me,
so
I can tell you, it is about business for the simple fact that once that happened, that was the transformation of Mr. McMahon.
a good
heel.
or bad one.
Bad. That's when he turned heel. It was a hell of an idea because he finally embraced that character.
Yeah,
That he was a jerk. He was a jerk.
even when he's not a heel.
Well, that's Mr. McMahon. The man's in his 70s.
He's old.
He's old.
Old and grumpy.
But he thinks he's still got it. So, that man is going to be doing that even while he's on a wheelchair. He's in a hospital bed. Yeah, give me the mic. I want to, do this. That's great shit, man. That's great shit. Seriously.
Honestly,
the man is going to do it till he's dying.
Honestly,
That's not a bad idea. That's also not a bad idea. Taker should run the business. He's been there the longest.
Taker should. I would like to see one of the wrestlers take over the business.
Well, Ken,
one of the long
it's
side wrestlers.
They tell you to go with it, but are you comfortable with it?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's stuff like that. You can't. The problem today that talent is not free to do what they want anymore.
They get,
you know what I mean? Like
gimmicks.
The Attitude Era was the best era besides the 80s. Oh, well, what you gonna do, Hulk Hogan, all that stuff? Because I'm a Hogan fan to the end. But the Attitude Era was by far one of the best, if not the best era.
Always will be.
Why?
It's a classic
Because
era.
the talent was able to be themselves.
Hulk Hogan
became Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Macho Man
was the
Macho
madness. Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, not Diesel and Razor Ramon. No. Stone Cold was Stone Cold.
Right.
The Rock was The Rock. Edge. All these people. The Undertaker. John Cena
was even good at the point.
Oh my God.
He was even good at the time.
They killed me when they did that change.
John Cena was even good at the time. When he was the Doctor of Thugonomics, that was John Cena at his prime, man. And they just went ahead and made him to this. Oh yeah, it's about that time. No,
exactly.
No,
they own those characters.
Right.
And a lot of people fail to understand that. You know what I mean? But
they did own those characters, and they just completely got changed. They got taken out of their comfort zone.
Exactly. Mind you, the camera is showing a closed door of Vince McMahon. Like, come on, you gotta. He hires and fires at will. Exactly. They says Vince will do what Vern Gagne did. Vince is unwilling to change. Exactly. He is unwilling to change. He wants to stay with the times. No, man. Exactly. Bring back Austin to put his foot in the mouth to wake him up. I agree.
Honestly,
like, come on, man. Come on. You still.
I still got the Doctor of Thugonomics jersey I bought in 2005 Survivor Series. That's what I'm saying. That was John Cena at his prime. That was
John Cena at his best.
That was the John Cena I got introduced to. That was the John Cena I enjoyed. That was the John Cena he got me on. Bro. Not this yay towel. Let's go. No. See, that's pointless. Stop doing that. That's probably another reason why he left, because he's not comfortable with what he was doing.
That's actually not a bad point. Vince is keeping WWE climbing good for investors. Let's bring back
ice cream bars.
Oh yeah, I like those bars. Absolutely. But
316
16 Vince's ass.
God.
Guys, tell us your opinion before we go.
Before we go.
Was it a work or a shoot. Jaden already said it was both. But in my opinion, it was a shoot. Because if you think I'm going to let your ass punch me in the face. Heck no. But actually, no. He took it like a man. Because Bruce Pritchard told him, Vince, if he's going to give you one, you gotta
take it.
You gotta take it.
You gotta take it because you just screwed him over.
Not only his country, but you took his title.
You just made him look bad for business there. You just screwed that man over.
And that right there, WCW failed to capitalize.
Yep.
They waited too long to bring Bret Hart into the mix.
Way too long.
That's why it failed in WCW.
Right.
They didn't know what to do with Bret Hart at all.
And since I think Vince knew it was gonna happen. He was just like, "Screw it, just do it, right? Just get it over, get it over with." And
I'm gonna get punched.
It was a shoot. I lean more towards a shoot too, but I still think it was both.
I think it was a shoot.
Take it for the team.
Take it for the team.
He's the only one that could. He's the manager.
He's the boss.
He was that right. He's the guy.
Boss. He's not gonna let anybody else get knocked. You know what I mean?
Nah, bro. I think that was supposed to happen. Honestly, though.
Yeah?
I don't think that was a screw job like they said. Like, I think Vince legitimately planned that out and didn't bother to tell
anybody
about it.
Anybody.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like he planned that all on his own. The only one he probably told was the referee. That's probably why he ran.
Well, Dave says it was a work. He says Bret, who was always kayfabe, started to give away behind-the-scene info. Really? Yeah. Wow. I think it's a shoot, but it's tough to call.
That's why I said I think it's both. I really think
it might be. It might be a little bit of both. You know what I mean? It's really, really tough to call. But oh man, what a show, wrestling fans! Thank you for joining us for the new year of 2022. The Montreal Screw job. What a topic at hand, and all the wrestling news.
Got screwed too.
Yep, fans definitely got screwed.
Jaden, you could look at it like this: when the Ruthless Aggression era died and the PG era started, that's when the talent was nurtured from being able to do what they wanted on TV.
I 100% agree.
The most perfect. You
nailed it. That was
you own that
right away.
That's perfect
because it's true.
That is 100%.
The moment the WWE became politically correct,
it was over.
That was it.
WWE left
that
in
was
shambles.
It.
WWE
that was it. They
after that.
They still had some good stuff going. Like enjoy this gentleman can't wait for the next show. What are we getting? Oh, you're about to hear that. You're about to hear that. Soon. Thank you guys. We appreciate it. We appreciate you guys joining us. And also for the prayers, as for many of you know, my son did have COVID-19.
I had COVID-19.
But he fought it like a champ. He fought hard.
I got through it.
He got through it, and he's here. He's back. And he's strong. Back in the new year, we come full throttle.
Of course.
We don't let anything stop us.
No, not at all.
But amazing news today, especially all the stuff with WWE.
It was really fun.
Really pissed me off.
It was besides that,
we started 2022 with a bang, which means we are also going to start. He beat that road.
Yeah,
that's right.
Exactly.
With, as many of you know,
thank you.
In 2 weeks, we will be having our 3-year anniversary show.
Evolution's been around for 3 years.
Evolution of Pro Wrestling has been around for 3 years, and we want to thank all the fans that have been in attendance.
Thank you, everybody.
That have come in, that have joined us, that have watched us, that has shared our content, that talks about our content. We appreciate it, but we're just beginning.
Yep.
On January 20th at 8 p.m., Evolution of Pro Wrestling is going to bring to you the Wheel of Evolution.
Making its return.
10 topics. We are reliving 10 outstanding topics. And each time the wheel lands on a topic, we are going to discuss it like crazy.
We will not tell you.
And we will not hold back.
Nope.
Do not hold back.
Do not.
This is going to be controversial. This is going to be crazy.
Afraid to speak your mind.
Speak your mind and give it your all, because trust me when I tell you, it's a possibility even me and my son will be arguing with each other that night, because it's going to be a crazy night that night.
We got
January 20th at 8 p.m. sharp.
Keep it.
Our 3-year anniversary special show with the Wheel of Evolution. 10 topics exactly a week before the Rumble.
To keep it short,
which we're going to talk about that as well.
We have 5 topics so far. So if you guys want ideas,
shoot it our way.
If you guys want some idea to actually, we have 6.
But I'll tell you, I'm gonna give you 2.
We have 6.
I'm gonna give you 2 just to break the ice.
Just to break the ice.
Tag teams and factions. Now, what that comes to, now when we mean we discuss it, say the wheel lands on tag teams. We can talk about the best tag teams. Or who was the best tag team of all time?
Best tag team
Who was
matches.
the worst tag team of all time? What was the best tag team match you've ever seen? Anything about tag teams you can mention. If it lands on factions.
We just need 4 more.
If it lands on factions, who's the greatest faction of all time? Who was the worst faction of all time? Why is this faction better than that one?
You guys get the idea.
You already know. You just mark out. But that's just a start.
You guys get the idea.
So that is what it's going to be for our 3-year anniversary special show.
Of course.
Join us January 20th again at 8 p.m. sharp. Please feel free to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok. We got a TikTok account.
We got a TikTok.
And please feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yes, Brian, which Brian is our expert of evolution of pro wrestling. I forgot to mention that.
He's the Wikipedia.
He's the Wikipedia.
The Wikipedia.
He is the new expert advisor for evolution of pro wrestling, so we talk behind the scenes.
He is the Wikipedia.
But thank you, wrestling fans, for joining us in this first year of the show. For myself, Lewis, the encyclopedia of pro wrestling.
And Jay, the whiz kid of pro wrestling.
Yeah, and from my producer and director, my lovely wife, Yesenia. Thank you, wrestling fans, for joining us. See you in 2 weeks for our 3-year anniversary special.